Hey brothers and sisters, Eliza here, and I just wanted to give you a quick intro to the video you're about to watch. I was tasked with going ahead and trying to find a Technicolor dream coat for my entrance, and I found the perfect one, and then I looked at the price tag and it was $239, and I was like, no way. So I took a trip to Joann's, and for about 35 to 40 bucks, I got all the materials, and you're about to see the construction of Eliza Hayes' new Technicolor dream coat. Enjoy! There. So I already cut that part out, and then I remembered, hey, I was going to videograph this. Oops, sorry. So we're just going to jump over what I did real quick. I was going off of a tutorial. I'll put the link in the comments here, or in the description of the video here. So if you guys want to try to make this, you can. I got 1.5 yards of this mesh material, so it's pretty cool. It's rainbow. And what I did was I cut it in half lengthwise, so hot dog wise if you're old school. From there, I folded those two pieces, again, hot dog style, in half and laid them on top of each other. Hi, Spooky. No, you're not in this video, baby. And then from there, I marked out 13 inches across, maybe a little bit more, but I measured 9 inches across here, 1 inch down here, and 1 inch down here. I made the little curve for the neck. Okay guys, so I'm going to pause it there for a second and just put in a quick edit. When I did this, I cut this semicircle shape like I just showed you, and I ended up with a nipple in the neck. You do not want a nipple in the neck. So instead, start from about the 1 inch line down on the fold and then arc it up from there. And you'll have a much easier time later on with your neck shape, trust me. Okay, back to the video. And then I made the shoulder slant. So for the sleeve hole, I went down, first I went 10, and then I realized I wanted a big wide sleeve because I'm going to do sleeveless. So I went down 12. And then you basically do like a little curvy there. I already cut that piece out. Now I'm going to cut this and then cut down that shoulder slant line. So I'm going to put you guys on the tripod, and forgive me for Spooky's butt, but once I get her moved, I'm probably going to do some fast forwarding. And remember folks, curved, not semicircle. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the front part, which is this little V here, along the fold of the top layer. Just the top layer, because underneath is the bottom panel, and that's gonna be the back. So I'm gonna take this top layer, make sure that I've got it isolated, and then I'm gonna go ahead and snip, cut up that V. Now I have to separate the front of the jacket. So I'm gonna cut down the middle here of this top layer. I'm gonna take the bottom layer out just to make sure. And now for the endless pinning. I have to pin the whole thing together so that I can go on and sew. So this is putting my 2 front panels and attaching them to my back panel. And I'm pinning it inside out, though you can't really tell with this material, but this is how I'm figuring it's gonna be inside out. So, on with the pinning. Okay, and now I can finally sew all these pieces together. So you may notice that I keep pausing and readjusting the material. That's because this stuff is very finicky and it will move around on you if you let it. So make sure you keep pausing and readjusting and keep everything lined up nice while you're sewing it up. Now that we have the whole thing sewn together, it's time to move on to the fur trim. I'm attaching it inside out, and you can see that the fur is upside down at the moment. And I'm putting it on with about maybe a 1/4 inch seam, and then letting the rest of the trim kind of fall over the edge. That's because I'm going to have to go back later and I'm going to have to pull the edge of the fur around and then attach it to the front so that you see the fur trim on the front of it. So, funny story about this fur trim. When I grabbed the materials originally, my Joann's only had 2 spools of this trim, so I bought both of them. And then I realized I had nowhere near enough trim, so I went back to Joann's, and they had no plans on ordering any more of this stuff anytime soon. So I had to go about a half hour or so down the road to Lady Lake and go to their Joann's and clean out their supply of fur trim. So if you're working on a project with this rainbow fur trim anytime soon, and you're in Lake County, I apologize, you may not find it anywhere. I think I bought it all. Okay, so now it's time to put the fur trim on the front. So this is where I'm kind of rolling it over the edge of that back seam and attaching it to the front. If you're going to be wearing this where there are a lot of people very close to you and you don't want them to see all your extra seams, then I wouldn't advise this method. If you want to keep your seams hidden, then go ahead and basically hand stitch it on, and you can catch it underneath and not go the whole way through the bottom up to the fur layer on the top. You can just catch the bottom of that and attach it that way. That'll hide your thread from close eyes. But since I'm wearing this as entrance gear, I figure it doesn't really matter, and I used the orange thread that I used for some of my other gear, and it blends in pretty well. that's a wrap. Time for the reveal.
And her opponent, from Woodstock, New York, Eliza Hayes.
Love and flower power.
Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. Hopefully you get to see this jacket in action live at a show near you soon. If not, well, you can always follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or here on YouTube and see where I'm at next. I'm always posting up new content. So brothers and sisters, it's time to keep on spreading that peace, love, and flower power. See you guys soon.
Peace, love, and flower power.